Hi everybody, welcome back to Rusty Gears, Season 3, Episode 39 with me, Sid, and we're on Punks Online, just come on. I have been engaged in a little bit of pest control over there. I have also put a top layer on of this to try. I need to repopulate the chickens a little bit, but this is to hopefully make this fox proof. The only danger I think now is that I suppose theoretically a fox could spawn inside the compound, but I think it is unlikely. And the chucks are doing chuck stuff. There's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 survived out of 13. And there's 1 egg. So I think what we need to do, again, I'm not going to do it on camera, we've done it enough, is probably breed those up. I have, however, cooked up the wolf meat that I got from culling the wolves. I've got a little bit of fat, which I shall leave for Candy, because I've got a reasonable amount of fat myself anyway, so not me, well... yeah, I have a reasonable amount of fat as well. This is why I'm on a diet. I suppose there's no point hiding the fact, is there? But hopefully that is, as I've said before, I've lost about 18 pounds, probably. Yeah, the thing with keto is it's a slow loss. So, you know, it's not going to be, this is not an overnight thing. It doesn't think it's a steady 1 or 2 pounds every couple of weeks. But it's sustainable. Right, let's see what else we've been up to around the place. Well, I haven't done a lot up here, except I have run this. Now I'm probably going to need to place you down. I'm probably going to regret the fact that it's full of dirt. So we may need to put you down, and we can break you out, and hopefully everything fired. I have found issues. No, everything went. I found issues with 1 or 2 modded ceramic items in there. This glass I bought from a glass trader. This is still drying, but we're getting there steadily. It's things that I made myself. Some fruit bread with lychees, pears, peaches, pears, peach syrup and amaranth flour. Made a load of those. They are, well, let's have a look. That pie is 200, 400, 550-ish, give or take. This is 420, 520, 560, 660, 700. Those are really nutritious, so I would recommend, if you are looking for a good food. Right, now I need to go and find my storage here, don't I? So I made myself a large hook mould, I made myself a spile mould, some fire bricks, I think that's everything now. Some more fire bricks, some crucibles, and a runestone base mold. And while that's here, Punk, when I got a message from Punk saying I don't know how to use your shop. Now, if for anybody who's on the Gears server, it's no one man's trash is another man's treasure. The concept here is take a penny, leave a penny. So I love going out and raiding for all the, you know, the good bits and pieces. We've got, you know, jewellery for days. Bits and pieces of this actually does need to go downstairs, but actually no, let's not. I'm going to just get sidetracked if I do that. And the idea is, if you come in here and say you want, I don't know, say you want a couple of red scribe tables, take a couple of red scribe tables, and what I'll probably do is just put leave stuff, and just leave a couple of random bits of unusable clutter from the dungeons that you picked up yourself in exchange. This is more of a repository of stuff. Now, I did go over and have a look at what Punk did with his stuff, and obviously if you watch Punk Hole, you'll see in his next video, I assume he'll go through that one, but I know he's had some Palisade. There was other stuff. I think he had a little bit of the banners, some of those. So yeah, and that's the idea behind this, is just come along and take what you need. And in an ideal world, leave a bit. I've also had no one GHF has asked whether I've got this statue, so I pointed out he can come down here and make as many copies of that as he likes. It's a fairly complicated statue to copy, but it's fine. And plus, if you make your own copy, you can put it on whatever stone you want. You're not stuck with marble or whatever. So that is everything over here. Except for Punk did say he'd left me some payment. Now, he didn't get the bit, but basically he left me a couple of gears and 4 steel ingots. Those steel ingots are going to become runestone bases. Do I want to do them now? No, I don't, because we have got things to do. We've got a lot of stuff to get on with. So I will pop that and that in there. We shall pop you on my back. We'll pick that up and we'll take a little flight down to my desert base, and I will see you there. Alright, we're back at the desert base, and this is where we are with the weathered version. I just need to drop off a few bits I've just picked off downstairs. We'll also drop off this glass. We will want that for this because we've got windows to do here and here. This is the starting point. I have got some work to do here. This is sludgy gravel, and it is the best thing for looking like glowing coals. However, I want to make some other gravel, so we are going to need to go and do that. Yep, and Punk has given me the nod to go and raid a dungeon that he did in his last video that had a load of pipes and stuff in it, and I just want to basically get all the clutter, so I probably may even do that this episode if we're feeling energetic. But I've got a whole load of bits and pieces. We've got a whole load of bits and pieces there, and all well and good. Now, this stuff is pretty cool. We're going to take it out. And these also pretty cool. Forgers. Now the problem with forgers, here is a problem. They're not a full block. These would be ideal if they were a full block, because then you wouldn't have that horrible gap. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about it, so we're just going to stick these away for now in there. And I need to just go... Oh, no I don't. I had my plans, didn't I? What I would like to do for starters is take those off and get rid of that. So that is completely unlit. And I'd like to take some of this. About half. I just bought those. The brown, the colour is largely irrelevant. And we're going to basically pop those down like that. And we should see that they give off a soft glow. Now, my thoughts here are fairly simple. We're going to start off and take those and chisel them back to that kind of shape, and they should still just give off a nice soft glow, which is all very nice. Now I wanted, so I need to go down and work this one out. This is a little bit more complex, not a lot more complex, but a little bit. So there is in gravel there is a block. I think there is a block wet. Is that the, there we go. Wet, dirty gravel, dark. Which I thought, or at least maybe there isn't actually in this. See, this a lot of this I did testing versus in my creative world, which is not the same mod set, and I suspect therefore we can't do that. But in my creative world I can make that block. In this one I would suggest that maybe I can't. Now we have got I mean, would that that has the right kind of feel. Or we've got that one which is that's kind of, yeah, that's also in the kind of right ballpark. Basalt, I mean obsidian, no, that's probably not the right thing. Basalt is probably also not the right thing. Shale, a little bit too grey, and I don't think I'm going to have anything in miscellaneous. Okay, we'll go with this. So, much of it of pie, and let's head up and start getting this forge. Oh, there was one other thing I needed. Hang on. What did I do there? How are we? 87, 86, 54. That breadfruit takes forever to dry. Right, where was I? I wanted... Sooner I get all of this lot sorted out, the better. No. I just want the one. And another one of those. I want two of those for the forge area, not one. Because I want to put the torches a little bit further away. Right. So we take you, and we take some of you, and then we come back over here, and we're going to F1, and we're going to add, start off by adding that. Apparently we won't need to do this in 1.19 version. We can just swap blocks straight out, which is going to be awesome. Damn it, come back here. Boop. And boop. Boop. And boop. And then we'll sort those out in a moment. Right, what we're going to do to start off with, we're going to replace that, and it should still have that nice soft glow that it gives off, but that's fine. Then we're going to come in and start just taking a few. Not too worried about that, you'll not be able to see down there. Like that, and then we're going to throw the dark in, and then we'll kind of filter it down a bit lower, and we'll, until we've got what looks like glowing coals. So we can Doesn't need to be too fancy, just enough to kind of give off that appearance of the forge being lit or banked for the night. Now, do I need to go any further with that? See, my thoughts then are, if I were to put some of that on there, and there, and there, and there, and then give them a good chisel, come back and take them right back. They're just quick chiseling just to get them out of the way. So we know that that's got some, we know that there's something going on there, and again we can, as long as we work off of the bits, and again we can even do this. Just so it looks like it's kind of mounting up in the corners. Come out a little bit that way. I can also come over here and just build it up. So needs me to come. It's a bit weird working with the different block shapes. Sometimes it doesn't kind of follow the pattern there. So you have to kind of work from the and we'll probably not do anything similar there, but we could also add a bit of this, and then that gives us, you know, the flexibility to just maybe even just drop out a few bits so he's got an element of 3 dimensions. So I'm just going to keep on working on this, and I'll refine it down to another voxel level, and we'll see how this works out. I'll be back in a second. Alright, so armed with that, we can come straight in and we can put our forgers back in there, and that's good enough. That will do the trick. And you've got a dim glow from it. It kind of got that feel. It's not perfect. I don't think there's such a thing as perfect, but it's as near as damn it for my purposes anyway. And because we need to light you, let's just do that. Boop. Boop. Because we will need to light the forgers, we do want a handy supply of torches to either side, so we'll pop one there and we'll put one there, and that's the forge area. Except it's not, because obviously we need a chimney for these forgers. Now I'm not going to open the chimney up. This is going to be a faux chimney, and what I have got from my collecting is this big old pile of corroded iron blocks, which I am proposing to to bring down like this, perhaps down to about there for now. And then we're going to want to bring this out. And basically I want a big old metal hood over this, which we're going to chisel. Obviously we're not going to leave it as big horrible blocks like that, but because that needs to, I would like you to actually go more like that, with a don't have an inexhaustible supply of these, unfortunately, and I'm not sure whether whether there is a crafting. You know, we can only find them, so I have to feel lucky and privileged that I managed to find as many as I did. I've got 4 left. I also have 3 of these, which I think will be interesting, so only will give me a few spares. He says, putting the wrong block back. And I think we're going to use these up here rather than down here where I intend to chisel. In fact, we'll keep one. Why not, eh? Why waste them? Now the other thing is that I would like this to become dark. What I think we'll do is we shall stick a dark rock up here, just so it kind of hides when you look up the chimney. I think that will work. What have I got? I have got a whole load of... we can use that. That's nice. There. Okay. Yeah, probably going to need to just bin those. I can't see that I'm going to have a huge amount of usage for them. These I tend to find a lot around ruins, so I'm not too worried about using them up. Because when we look up now, that just vanishes into the darkness, which is perfect. Lovely. Right. Bit of public littering. There we go. How are we doing there? 88. Getting there steadily. So slow. Such a slow process. Right, we need chisels again. Chisel. Hammer. And they are actually chiseling quite nicely. Now, do I want to do that? And therefore, do I then want to we might as well. That won't work. Do that, perhaps. Just to give a bit of depth to that. I'm not going to worry about that bit. I am kind of concerned about these, whether they should have a little zip zip in there. And then underneath the hood, I think we'll make it half slabs. So that gives us that particular feel. Now, in my testing world, I did try and kind of just introduce some dark, like basalt or stuff, into the rock to make it look like soot stains, and it looked fake. It did not look good, so I don't think I'm going to do that here. So, is there anything else we would like to do? I mean, let's just try a few decorative items. I can't put it there because I've stuck those. That, I mean, I can do that, but they don't look right because they've got that that iron fence top. Oh, is there an iron fence segment? I did not realise they were different. I mean, we could do that. That kind of works, doesn't it? So it gives us a little bit of je ne sais quoi. The other thing we obviously need for any forge is when we're coming off of the heat, we need to come to our anvil, and we've got our meteoric iron anvil, but we also have a copper anvil off to one side. I may put a ruined anvil somewhere just to add to the kind of the clutter in the area. What else do we want? I would like some space for some moulds, and I'm not going to use those moulds, I'm going to use these ones. And what we'll do is I think we'll come, I also need space for my, that's probably on that wall, maybe, or is it, oh, I don't know, maybe we could do something, no, that's not going to work. I think it butts up against the side you place it against, doesn't it? So we can stick our moulds there, a whole thing, Hoofamer flobs. I have got an aged chest, which I think we shall place there. And I've got a tool rack, but we're going to put a lot of tool racks around, but we'll kind of put that in here, and then we'll take this aged wooden slab and bring that up, and then I think some chiseling might be in order because that is way too thick. Thinner, thinner. Just do this one. And I can pantygraph it. In fact, I'm doing this a hard way anyway. Let me first start off with, I need to make a new hand planer actually. Mine is almost shot. There we go, and pantograph. That gives us some storage for a little bit of stuff. Right, what else do I need? I do need to place my ingots somewhere, my ingot moulds. Those are in here, and they go to, I mean, I could go, would I want them on the floor? Or would we want them on table? I've got 32, which means I've got 6, I've got 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can't go 8 that way. I can't really get 4 that way. to do this? It's difficult. It's throwing me curveballs. We've got a Falx mold, so we at least can put that away. Boop. And we've got a runestone and a large hook mold. I haven't made all the molds yet because, well, just because. We've got the spiral mold. The spiral mold does not fit in there, so that's why we added that to the mix. And then we've got some other bits and pieces, and this is where I need to start thinking about how I want to do stuff. So I'm going to need some mortar. Let me go and grab that. I also need to have something to eat, so we'll eat some of that wolf that I cleaned up earlier. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, I made a bunch of fire bricks, and those fire bricks need to be turned into clay fire bricks. Wow, what a insight! Now we're going to head into the wall here, but at this point I'm going to go and take out. We're going to leave. So like this. And of course we haven't got any spare capacity. I am also, oops, hello, did not wish to do that. I am also carrying stuff around that I don't need. And what we want to do is we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now, as far as I'm aware, if I then take these and place one of these here, this should be a coke oven. And if I pile it up with coal and set light to it, it should work. Now, one thing I'm not sure about, and this is something I want to try, is if I were to come in here, can I add a second one by stacking them side by side? I know I got away with that with the kiln. Fire bricks. We need to take that out. We'll find out. Let's find out together. And I've got that and that. Nicely broken bricks, doesn't really matter, because I have another coke oven door. So that, if that works, which I hope it does, we need to get rid of you out of my hand. I've got a couple of coke ovens relatively inexpensively. For that I'm going to need some coal. Let me go and grab some. Let's just cheat. I know exactly where the coal is, so grab that. Boo. think that's how it works. And then grab a light. And hopefully that's working. Anyway, I'll be back in a second because my door's just opened. Alright, I have decided against putting all 32 out. I'm going with 20, which is 400 units of whatever metal I'm casting on these chiselled basalt and walnut tables. Decision made, all sorted. So that is that. The Hoofer but do for what's my jig is still going. I don't know. That's still cooking. Okay. Yep, still cooking. I don't know how long that cooks. Actually, let's just have a look at coke oven. Coke pulverized. Coke oven. In 12 hours it will convert to, so ignore the, is a structure made of 5 clay bricks or refractory bricks. The oven is essentially a 3x3 cube of bricks with the centre empty and one of the 4 cardinal directions also empty. In the centre you place the coal layers and in the adjacent empty space the coke oven door. Ignite the coal with the torch, close the door, in 12 hours it will be converted to coke. Coke burns at a very high temperature. Okay, we have got coke cooking there. Excellent. Right, what else do we need? Well, I mean, there's so much more we need to do. This is just such a massive job. I also do want to get a cementation furnace built into probably around about here in this wall, somehow, maybe, if I can do that. However, I could do with some fuel storage. That would be a thing which would be handy for this. And we definitely need to sort out our windows. And I also need a little bit more andesite for this. Let me just show you what we've done outside. All I've done is covered the underside of those. I have, as promised, merged the brickwork in, and I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 polished andesite. Okay, that we can do, I think. Not with that though. Have I got, by any chance, a tiny little block of andesite with 6 in it? No, I have got one with 20 in it though, so we'll take that. That will do the trick. It's nice having a base that I'm actually starting to get invested in and actually do stuff, and it's starting to become a place where I can do things, you know, myself. Finishing chisel, so I'll do the lot. It's not like I can't store it, is it? And then we're going to need you, and this is going to be maybe that. Do we think that for this one? I think definitely that gives me kind of a little bit of flexibility, but I probably, do I want to do that? I mean, the glass could be, or do I even want to go to, I mean, do I want the glass to be much thinner than 4 pixels? I mean, that works. And it will give me an interesting kind of bay window effect coming out there. I could, oops, I could also go as far as to do this, just to smooth this in. Which I think would look quite good. I am not disliking it. Do I think we do that though. So that gives us that. Now, the next question is, if I were to place, I don't know, I just need a raw block for starters. If I were to place these here for now, and I was chisel that, and then we were to come in and take out that, I could actually rotate so it can get rid of you, and then we can come down here like that, and then that, and that we'll do again down to this level. So from here I need to I'm not entirely sure how this is going to work at the top there, to be honest, but that's fine. We'll cross that bridge. I think that is safe to say that probably wants to be like that. I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing yet, by the way. If it's not evident, I'm kind of winging this, but the windows are kind of a peculiar bit for this, because we've got kind of that going on, and then here now there's a reason why I want to do this, by the way, with dirt and not, well, dirt's cheap for starters. It's also not transparent. And having done glass before, now question, do I do this? I think the answer is yes, we do. I'm going to whack down a piece of dirt here. I'm going to pantigraph that. And we're going to use the rotate, so that should be a mirror of that. That's fine. And then on this, what we're going to do, no, not going to do that. Boop, 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 there. And then we can just strip this out. Oh, no. So the idea here is that we build up our structure in a cheap replaceable block, like glass, like dirt, not glass. Glass isn't the cheap replaceable block. And then we use the tools from Quentin's chisel tools and all of the knowledge that Quentin imparted upon us on the on our previous, well, not episode because I didn't record, but I think there was enough people getting footage from that, and Gran has just put out a video on that, and obviously it was streamed, so. But we can use the knowledge that we've got to build up these windows, and I'll do this one, and then I'll probably do this one off camera and come back when it's done, because I think if I'm not careful this will run overly long. Which is not like me at all, is it? Boop, 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 boop. And I think the glass will be the hardest thing to get in anyway. The wooden frame, which I'm leaving the thicker pieces in for, will be easy because it is actually this block or this shape. So you've got it on that side and down here, so we can just replace that quite easily. That's the idea anyway. And I've got a cat going mental at the door to try and get in. Can't stand the thoughts of being excluded. He's not going to get in because I wouldn't mind, but he sits in front of the monitor. He just comes and plonks himself in front of my monitor. Not any monitor. I've got 3 monitors. He could choose from any of them. But he always picks my monitor. Now, if I were to then take some dirt here and I'll just put those 2 in for now, and if I were to do that, then the next thing is, no, basically, and these are, I mean, this isn't actually that much easier with dirt than it is with glass, because you're trying to see what's going off with effectively brown against brown, which isn't that actually that easy. So if I take that out, then we can just join that up and that up. That will go to there, that will go all to there, and I think the next, the only, apart from needing something to eat, where's my wolf? The only thing we need to do then is worry about the top section, which I think again we can Put one there and one there. I can, and but if I go and get the right tool for this job, maybe I should get rid of a few of these blocks that I don't need, like you and you and you for now, and those, and the concrete actually. If I get the hand wedge, I think, and I've not used this, we can it's a little bit trickier to do, but I think we should be able to. Hang on. I think that's the right way around. Let me just get the other one in to rotate it. That does not look right. Okay, let's just. So I think we should be able to do that. Now, if I were to rotate you, that isn't going to work, is it? Because that's got a double edge at that side and that doesn't. So do I need to do that one? Easier said than this is not always the still not quite there. There. Nope, still backwards. Damn it. Probably, let me just go try and rotate this. That one works. That's good. But I think I will need on this. Yeah, I basically just need to come in this way, like. I mean, it's not a big fix, is it? So. Or is it? Not bad. Still probably easier than doing it from scratch, so let's not grumble, eh? I do need to sort the outside out. Right, and then I think it is going to be a matter of, do I do it in dirt and paint it? I think it might be. It might be easier because we can no. So if we go outside, at the moment that will look like a big ugly brown thing, which is fine. Let me go and put my pantograph away for now. Grab you. Replace the target box in the material with the first in your with the material in your hotbar, which is going to be purple glass. Boop, 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 boop. Which is fine. That's kind of expected. And then what I need to do is add that. And we're going to grab you. And basically we're going to, no, if I can get this right. We're going to replace these with that's going to be a pain. I'm going to have to do this from the outside. Anyway, that is the plan. Is it a good plan? I have no idea. Will it work? I have no idea. But that's what we're doing. So I need to basically replace the blocks, these here. Oh, I haven't done that. Okay, that's fine. With this lot. And you'll end up with a purple glass window. Let's see how it looks. Back in a moment. Alright, I've just realised this episode has run way over time. It's run way over time in terms of myself as well. However, we are done with the windows. So we've got the windows here. We'll get some decorations, maybe a bench or two. We'll be able to sit here. This side, I didn't have enough to do glass to do the bottom edge, so I elected to give it a wooden border at the bottom on that one. Now these, I started off with wood. I had a second thoughts and I went with the basalt because I think it looks more solid. And yeah, and I think we've got coke. Do you get less or a different amount? Ooh, I don't like that. $1340 burns for 30 seconds. I also am going to need some of that if I'm going to go with this then. So I don't mind if I have to have that kind of in there. Did that not work? No, it did work. Don't know why that doesn't want me to pick it up though. So anyway, we have made coke successfully, albeit for a given value of successfully. We do need to put the crucibles out, and for that I am going to need some fire pits, which I will... Am I going to want 4? Probably not. But I'm really happy with the way this forge is coming out. And then the other thing we do obviously need to do is get some industrialized mechanization going on in here. Can I do, no, there and there perhaps, there and there, and then we whack some wood on that. That'll take those. But yeah, we're growing. It is starting to feel like a functioning space and a functioning base, because I can actually now do forging at this base, which is a huge difference. So fuel supply, that's something I want to put in. I'm probably going to put myself a pile of coal here. I've got some plans for that as well. Maybe a pile of charcoal over this side, but we'll work that out. Lots to do still. But on that note, thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you soon. Bye for now.